September 17, 1995. Tyler, Texas. A baby is born into a world where greatness isn't just expected, it's in his DNA.
Here's Mahomes. Loading it up, gotta take a shot, has Worthy open, he's got it! Worthy, a big play!
His father, a Major League Baseball pitcher. His destiny? Written in the stars, but the path to get there would be anything but guaranteed. They called him Patrick Mahomes II, the son of a professional athlete, growing up in Major League clubhouses, surrounded by the best in the world. But having a famous father doesn't guarantee success. If anything, it makes the pressure unbearable. White House, Texas, population 8,000. Not exactly a football hotbed, but for Patrick Mahomes, it was the perfect laboratory to develop something the sports world had never seen before. A three-sport superstar who refused to choose just one path to greatness: football in the fall, basketball in the winter, baseball in the spring. While other elite athletes were specializing, Mahomes was diversifying. On the football field, he threw for 4,619 yards and 50 touchdowns his senior year. Numbers that would make college scouts drool. But it was basketball where he learned to see the entire court, to process multiple moving pieces simultaneously, to make split-second decisions under pressure. As a point guard, he averaged 18.8 points and 4.2 assists, orchestrating an offense like a conductor leading a symphony. And then there was baseball, the sport in his blood. The Detroit Tigers drafted him in the 37th round, believing he could follow his father's footsteps to the major leagues. At shortstop, he showed the same arm strength that would later terrorize NFL defenses. As a pitcher, his fastball touched the low 90s. 3 sports, 3 potential professional careers. But Patrick Mahomes was about to make a choice that would change the NFL forever. Texas Tech University, Lubbock, Texas.
You can officially bump that pass.
Touchdown!
That is a phenomenal throw.
Home of the air raid offense in head coach Cliff Kingsbury, a former NFL quarterback who saw something special in the multi-sport athlete from East Texas. The air raid wasn't just an offensive system. It was a philosophy. Throw early, throw often, and trust your quarterback to make plays when the design breaks down. For Patrick Mahomes, it was like being given the keys to a Ferrari after learning to drive on a tricycle.
And then you see what Mahomes brings to the table.
His ability to escape, his ability to create outside the pocket. To a lesser extent, it's what Trevon Boykin has been able to do this season.
His sophomore season, 2015. Taking over as the starter, Mahomes threw for 4,653 yards and 36 touchdowns. The numbers were video game-like, but it was the style that caught everyone's attention. Sidearm throws, no-look passes, completions while falling backward. This wasn't just quarterbacking, this was artistry. But 2016 would be the year that defined his legacy. Against Oklahoma, in a game that would go down in college football history, Mahomes threw for 734 yards and 5 touchdowns, 734 yards, in a single game. The Red Raiders lost 66-59, but Patrick Mahomes had announced himself to the world. The final numbers from his junior season: 5,052 passing yards, 41 touchdowns, and a completion percentage of 65.7%. But Texas Tech's defense couldn't stop anyone, leading to a 5-7 record and no bowl game. Individual brilliance couldn't overcome team limitations. April 27, 2017, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the NFL Draft.
With the 10th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes II, quarterback.
21 years old, Patrick Mahomes sat in the green room, waiting for his name to be called. The questions swirled around him like a tornado of doubt. Could his college success translate to the NFL? Was he a system quarterback? Could he handle the pressure of professional football? 9 teams had already passed on him. 9 teams that would later regret that decision for the rest of their organizational lives. But in Kansas City, Andy Reid saw something different. The quarterback whisperer, the coach who had developed Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, and Alex Smith, knew talent when he saw it. The Chiefs traded up from the 27th pick to the 10th pick, giving up valuable draft capital to secure their franchise quarterback. When Roger Goodell announced with the 10th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Patrick Mahomes, quarterback Texas Tech. The young man from Tyler, Texas, had officially entered the NFL. But the real journey was just beginning. The plan was simple. Sit behind Alex Smith for a year, learn Andy Reid's system, and prepare for the moment when the franchise would be handed over to him. What nobody knew was that they were witnessing the beginning of a dynasty. 2017, the year of preparation. While other rookie quarterbacks were thrown into the fire, Patrick Mahomes was learning from one of the best quarterback minds in football history. Andy Reid didn't just coach quarterbacks, he transformed them. Alex Smith became the perfect mentor, professional, precise, and patient. Smith showed Mahomes how to prepare like a pro, how to read defenses, and how to handle the pressure of being an NFL quarterback. The apprenticeship was invaluable. Reid worked on everything: footwork, mechanics, decision-making. The no-look passes and sidearm throws were spectacular, but Reid knew that consistency and accuracy would make Mahomes great. The flashy plays were just the cherry on top. Week 17, 2017.
3rd down and 10. Mahomes deep down the middle, and it is caught. Hauled in by the tight end, Demetrius Harris.
Against the Denver Broncos. With the Chiefs having already locked up their playoff position, Reid gave Mahomes his first NFL start, 8 completions on 16 attempts for 104 yards. Modest numbers, but the potential was undeniable. The stage was set. Alex Smith would be traded to Washington. The franchise would officially belong to Patrick Mahomes. The question wasn't whether he was ready. The question was whether the NFL was ready for him. September 9th, 2018. Arrowhead Stadium, the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes' first game as the Kansas City Chiefs' starting quarterback. What happened next would redefine what was possible at the position. 4 touchdowns in his debut. But it wasn't just the numbers, it was the Style A left-handed touchdown pass. A no-look completion that defied physics. Throws that made veteran defensive backs question everything they thought they knew about quarterbacking. Week after week, Mahomes shattered expectations and rewrote record books. By mid-season, he was on pace to throw 50 touchdown passes, something only Peyton Manning had ever accomplished. The kid from Texas Tech was making the impossible look routine. The final numbers from his first season as a starter: 5,097 passing yards, 50 touchdown passes, and an NFL MVP award at just 23 years old. He had become the second player in NFL history to throw for 50 touchdowns in a season, joining Peyton Manning in the record books. But individual awards weren't enough. The Chiefs went 12-4, earned the AFC's top seed, and entered the playoffs as Super Bowl favorites. The stage was set for Mahomes to lead Kansas City to their first championship in nearly 50 years. January 2019, the AFC Championship game, Arrowhead Stadium. The New England Patriots and Tom Brady stood between Patrick Mahomes and his first Super Bowl appearance, the torch-passing moment that would define a generation. Overtime, 37-31. The Patriots won the coin toss and scored a touchdown, ending the game before Mahomes could touch the ball heartbreak. But champions aren't defined by their defeats. They're defined by how they respond to them. 2019, the redemption season. Despite missing time with a knee injury, Mahomes led the Chiefs to another AFC West title and back to the playoffs. But this time would be different. This time, he wouldn't be denied. The divisional round against Houston, down 24-0. Most quarterbacks would panic. Patrick Mahomes saw it as an opportunity. He led the greatest comeback in Chiefs playoff history, outscoring the Texans 51-7 over the final 3 quarters. Super Bowl live. Miami, Florida, the San Francisco 49ers. With 6:13 left in the fourth quarter, the Chiefs trailed 20-10. Championship dreams were slipping away, but Patrick Mahomes had been preparing for this moment his entire life. 21 points in the final, 6-13. 3 touchdown passes. A rushing touchdown. When the confetti fell and the Lombardi Trophy was raised, Patrick Mahomes had completed one of the greatest comebacks in Super Bowl history. At 24 years old, he became the second youngest quarterback to win a Super Bowl MVP, NFL MVP. The kid who grew up in major league dugouts had conquered the biggest stage in American sports. But this was just the beginning. 3 Super Bowl appearances in his first 4 seasons as a starter, 2 championships, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 regular season MVPs. The numbers tell the story, but they can't capture the magic. From the multi-sport athlete in small-town Texas to the face of the NFL, from the son trying to step out of his father's shadow to casting a shadow that covers the entire league. Patrick Mahomes didn't just rise to stardom, he redefined what stardom could be. This is the story of how zero became hero, how potential became greatness, how a kid from Tyler, Texas, became the king of Kansas City in the future of football.